Fnatic's turn to ban.
Just for Enchantress, they can play Ench as position.
Okay. That's like the old school jungle roamer kind of play.
Vici Gaming's turn to ban.
Did we see a Grimstroke? We saw one Grimstroke, right?
Yeah, we did see one. It was at least one. Or
Even though he got nerfed in the last couple of patches, I still find that hero extremely good because throw any single target abilities and it is a strong laner, even though his laning stage got nerfed. The damage.
5 seconds remaining.
bans come out as far as heroes that these teams don't want to deal with. Vici banning the lifesteal. They've already got their carry. Lifesteal, one of the carries with built-in magic immunity that is good against Gyrocopter. Very good against Gyrocopter.
They're not gonna even bother banning IO, huh? So, I mean, if they don't ban it, Vici Gaming can still go grab it.
By the way, some stats. This is what I was trying to get up on my phone. ET is the most picked hero so far. Tied first with 13 picks. Shadow Demon. 69% win rate. Gyrocopter, third most picked. 11 picks, 81.8% win. I mean, early days, but that's still a decent number of games to go off. Imagine a lot of those Gyrocopter games are maybe coming from some
turn to pick.
top teams. I don't know. What, Vici
Gaming? Gaming's turn to pick.
VP, it looks like, picked it.
I wonder how many of those games with IO.
Well, I mean, I don't see IO. There's 11 Gyros, and how many IO picks are there? IO's only been picked 5 times and has a 40% win rate. So
those numbers don't add up.
Yeah, exactly. Gyro's winning, but IO's losing. It sounds like a lot of those Gyro losses were when they had IO.
Remaining.
Don't pick IO is what I'm hearing. I mean, they're picking Gyro and not getting IO with it. IO's not even banned. Fnatic, I think, is saying IO's not a good hero. And I feel like IO hasn't felt as scary and unstoppable as it has in the past. Heroes just seem nerfed often. Maybe we're finally in a meta where IO is a bad hero.
No, maybe we're in meta where IO is balanced hero.
Balance. Oh, whoa. That's a crazy concept. I mean, for IO being balanced is being a bad hero, though. Because it's just been OP since TI9. Yeah. Was there ever a time? When was IO balanced?
I don't think he was ever balanced. He always seemed OP. Like, I feel like he was banned 80% of the time.
He would get nerfed and people would think he's balanced, and then they would quickly realize, wait a second,
that's actually a buff.
So for the first time in the history of Dota, IO is balanced.
Could be. We're calling it right here, right now.
From TI3 to TI8, IO was OP. This is the first TI. Balanced hero. Jeez. Wind Ranger. Holy cow.
10 seconds
That's an early Wind Ranger pickup.
Also, Shaman got picked up, which means, what, ET's playing 5 position, maybe?
Vici Gaming's
Shadow Shaman can be 5. Oh,
Pudge?
Yes.
Who's a core? Pudge core?
Pudge core.
Pudge mid?
No.
Pudge off lane?
Wait, they have way too many heroes from the same position.
They're all 3 and 4 positions. Who's playing 5? Who's playing mid? Who's playing carry? One of these heroes is... None of these heroes are carries. Can we say that? None of these are traditional carries. One of these 4 heroes is their mid.
5 seconds.
Which one? Right. What?
It could be Enchman against the Wind Ranger, so you can't get harassed, even though Power Shot is extremely good.
Yeah.
High magic damage. But it could also be Pudge.
I play a lot of pub games with OD Pixel. He plays a lot of mid Pudge. And he swears by it. I've also...
Last time... Wait, I have a story. Last time I played with OD Pixel, he played Legion Commander with Hurricane Pike.
With Hurricane?
No, just don't...
Okay.
There's no logical explanation.
Him playing mid Pudge sounds bad, but I had never lost a game with him playing mid Pudge. Like 10 games we'd won until yesterday in China. We finally lost one. But before that, we were like 10 wins, undefeated. His mid Pudge is unstoppable. He just goes mid, maxes like flesh. He doesn't even get hooked. He just maxes flesh heap. I don't know. It's just something about it. It sounds terrible, but it is amazing. And his mid Pudge just carries.
If it's stupid and it works, it's not stupid.
Okay. It's genius. Innovative. And
This is a good pickup. Tusk, the save against the Shadow Shaman, against the Pudge.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be funny if Tusk tries to use ulti on Enchantress with maxed out untouchable.
You just don't try.
Vici Gaming's turn to
Death Prophet
ban.
gets banned, so they're not expecting Wind Ranger mid, I guess. They're expecting sorts. I mean, this draft, this is what's great about TI. These teams haven't played in months. Fnatic changed their roster and haven't played, so you don't know what the meta is. Teams are figuring out and deciding the meta as we speak, and this draft
10 seconds remaining.
says it all. Let's sit back and enjoy it.
It's a core wind
5
range.
seconds remaining.
Tusk
Yeah.
4. It looks like Ogre 5 and Jarush is gonna be.
Whether Wind Ranger's mid or off lane is, I
Yeah.
guess,
They still have to pick it blindly.
well, both Wind Ranger or Ogre, the two Arcana heroes, suddenly in the meta. I'm just so curious to see who goes mid.
Vici
Hench to me
Gaming's
is
turn
not a
to
mid.
pick.
They banned Meat, but maybe they're expecting a safe lane Pudge, carry Pudge. That was something that was done in the past. Black used to do it every now and then.
And you can do the same thing on the offlane.
Yeah. I mean, you're playing as a core, I guess, whether it's, safe lane, off lane. And then if you're doing it as safe lane, your
10
mid is like your real
seconds
carry,
remaining.
because that's the hero that needs to scale and become actual
5
carry threat.
seconds remaining. Fnatic's turn to pick.
We'll wait and see. I don't know if you want to run Pudge mid against SF. I don't know. How's that?
There's a lot of weird stuff, Parker, in this game.
There's an SF in this game. That's a hero you don't see too often. This feels like these teams are screaming and just like, let's just try this. This sounds... I want to play SF. That sounds fun.
It's only day 1, so they can
Yeah.
experiment a little bit.
I mean, Pudge has received so many
10
buffs. This is one of those
seconds
heroes coming to TI. I was like, we are definitely going to see Pudge, and it's going to look good.
5 seconds
After all
remaining.
these buffs, Pudge actually feels like a legit. Any predictions for this final pick? I mean, it's obvious what Fnatic want. I'll let you say it, though, Lacoste.
It is... They need a carry that deals gyro. Lifestealer is gone. Check the list. AM.
AM, okay.
You got a better option?
No, I don't even want to say a hero. I just feel like there's... Void ET, that's a combo.
Void got banned.
Oh, okay. The other hero that's for some reason came to mind a little bit was just Jug. You've got the Blade Fury against Jar. I feel like Jug's the greatest of heroes. Maybe Arc Warden.
Might not
I like
even
our
be
board.
a carry hero.
They could pick a mid. Medusa. I mean, it's Fnatic. They love playing Medusas. Yeah. They may just be going all in push and Shaman.
What about Lycan? If they're going all in.
Vici. As said, we don't have a freaking clue what they're picking.
And
You may now
got
Oh,
it.
yeah, I mean, sorry. I have a bit of... I don't know, I was just saying. You say enough heroes, you're going to get something right, Lucas. That's how this job works. When making predictions, just say as many heroes as you can in a short amount of time and pretend if one of them was picked, that was the one you believe. Yeah, I totally did. Well, gives them late game. Arbet, Arc Warden.
They can also easily snowball with the lineup like that. If the laning stage is good for them.
That is Jab's playing Pudge, by the way. Carry Pudge. Me a look like you're giving me a look like you're okay with it. So
I
yeah.
am.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I mean, Pudge is my most played hero.
10 seconds
Okay.
remaining.
Played it at every single role. Can be played, especially with the
5
recent
seconds
buffs.
remaining.
Yeah. See how the build looks, but yeah, he's not a bad. He's a pretty solid laner now with the changes to the flesh heap and all that. Getting that regen and see how he fares. As for Vici Gaming, it will be mid SF, and that puts Wind Ranger into Fade playing Tusk. Paparazzi Gyro, DY on the Ogre. Nothing too crazy for Vici Gaming with their lanes and heroes, other than maybe Wind Ranger offlane. That's something we haven't seen in a little while, I think. Used to be
I feel
played
like that's
a lot.
pretty popular in high MMR pubs as well.
Okay.
Can be played at really any role. 3, 4, 5, mid. She's not being played as carry though. But hey, we have Pudge as a carry, so anything can happen, even at TI.
Yeah. Got some good mechs going as well. Pudge has so many cosmetics.
He does not have enough. Like we need more Pudge cosmetics.
Yeah, okay. Why not?
I would
I
not
don't
mind seeing second, even third Arcana on Pudge.
Ooh. The thing is, I every time I see Pudge cosmetics and one I haven't seen or like a new one, I'm like, I like them all. Like all his cosmetics are really good. I love the ogre with the snorkel favorite because good stuff. Shouts to Valve. They make some cool looking stuff. Some hats that we all love to buy. So here we go. Time for some carry Pudge. Let's see it. Stout shield, ring of protection, some tangos. He's getting some tips nice and early on. Jabs, what are you gonna do on the Pudge? Quick screenshot. There we go. Now we got the camera controls. And we got a nice little screenshot.
You just love the sound of the screenshot.
It's so good. I'm like, I could just meme it and keep pushing it, but. So it will be a mid-arc warden. T played in the 5 position role. One of those heroes that's had a lot of success this TI so far.
I think in this meta you can go for greedier position 5s because you're gonna get the second tome. So both of the supports will get levels eventually, and the huge buff was the extra gold you get for observer wards. Center wards are also 75, so whenever you kill a ward, you actually get the money back.
Yeah. I don't know if it was Dubo or who, but going for the... Oh yeah, it's DJ. He's putting the sticker for the team that he's playing against. He's spraying it all over, the Vici Gaming logo. I apparently had this early against EG as well, when Fnatic played EG. He's just changing it between every game.
Well, maybe he should focus on the gameplay instead.
Come on, he 2-0'd EG on Shaman one of those games. He to me is maybe one of the best Shadow Shaman players at this tournament. He is so annoying on this hero. Very fun player to watch. Going for the double tangos, which meant he had to wait to buy the boots from the side shop. The bottom lane, it's going to be Pudge. We're looking for the body blocks here, and it will push into the tower. It looks like... Oh, no, it doesn't quite get to the tower. Oh, here we go. Tower shots come in, and that means this lane is going to push out, which is not quite what Jabs wanted. Level 1 fleshy.
Yeah, that's the build.
Yep.
Extra 6 health regen per second also. He has a great animation and a lot of damage, 68.
Double bracer with stick queued up. See if he gets any kind of a quelling blade or anything like that for the last hits. May not even need it. 68 damage is a healthy amount to have. Maybe some, I feel like there's going to be a lot of action in this laning stage. You've got Enchantress ET, very aggressive heroes. You've got Wind Ranger Tusk down bottom that looking to bully a Pudge. At the same time, you know, we say it's a carry Pudge, but it's also a hero that they don't seem to care too much about, like, overly securing his lane. And if the Pudge has a slightly rough lane, you're not worried because he's not really your true carry.
He can always come back. You need one hook. That's all you need.
Yep. Tango's being bought by Arc 1, looking for all the regen in this lane. The lane pulls being contested. Shaman. The boots up early. Just going for the right clicks as much as possible. We'll pull the range creep on over. That's going to be range creep likely denied by DJ. Yep, it's the knight. And a little last hit like that kind of adds up over time. SF versus Arc 1. We'll see how this matchup goes. Been seeing less of the mid Arc Warden, I feel, and more of the side lane.
Yeah, and it's been a while since we saw a Shadowfin.
Yeah, this was always one of those heroes Ori liked to play. He was one of those players doing that mech build for a while when it became popular. What do you like about SF this game? Or what do you think Vici Gaming like about it?
high burst magical damage against Enchantress, even though it's not that easy to land. But they have a lot of stuns, like really good setups with the Tusk Snowball, Ice Shards, Shackle, Stun.
Because it feels like they already had the Gyrocopter as somewhat of an answer to Ench, and then they got the SF as well, which to me is kind of overkill, but like you say, with the stuns it makes sense to have all this damage to follow them up. Is always key against ET, blocking the jungle camps. Don't let him stack these camps. If he gets a big stack there with his Spirit, he's going to build up a huge amount of bonus right-click damage. Misses the stop. The Bloodlust movement speed helping out the Gyrocopter there. He is still going to give him the right clicks as Dubu. A bit of a bully. Perhaps one of the few heroes that can kind of go toe-to-toe with an Ogre in lane.
Ogre is just a boss in the lane.
To
be honest, I don't know why he has such huge armor. 8 armor, and with Ring of Vici, 10 right now, plus a Stout Shield. You can't really bully him out of the lane.
You could see when the ET went in there, he ignored the Ogre and just ran at the Gyrocopter with the right clicks in. Dubu understands he's much better off trying to deal with this Gyrocopter.
Bottom lane, there's the hook.
Came in under the tower. Fade's just, I think he accepts his fate, knows he's going to die there, and the first kill.
Usually we see 1-1-1 build on Tusk. If he had it there, he could have bought a little bit more time, maybe even stun Shadow Shaman to get a return kill.
Ori, 1 or 2 more right clicks. Going to be there to finish him off. Pops the salve as well. Nothing to cancel that one as Fade rotated in for this one, and with that third spell, Dubu is going to get right-click down and then raise to finish him off. Tag team with that slow and Ori having a bit of a rough time as far as getting bullied, but he's CSing and farming just fine. In fact, ahead of the Arc 1, who's just using these spark rates to secure last hits right now. Secure the range creep specifically.
Shadow Finn bringing extra mana, always has a Mango, now even Clarity running.
Shadow Shaman. Support with Arcane Boots already. All the hooks in the world for Pudge now. Bounty runes are about to spawn here. They're going to leave with a power shot. DJ needs to be careful. Pudge just goes running in, and it looks like DJ may be dead for here, but can they get the Wind Ranger kill? Pudge,
he has no boots.
Yep, he's being kited around. Wind Ranger runs, looking for a shackle, doesn't land it, but the right clicks, as you said, no boots. Spell trouble here. Shaman going to rotate on in as he respawns. They can't really chase and go for the Pudge because of that respawn.
Got it.
Enchantress having a good time in this top lane. 23-13 denies. The Gyrocopter, despite the pressure from the ET, has had an okay lane himself. And another hook coming in. Pudge. Ooh. Couldn't quite finish off the Wind Ranger there.
Are scanning.
You need one more point in rot.
Radiant
Do you?
are scanning.
Yes. I was like, is he going to get this Tusk? He also needs boots, I feel, at this point. Like, he's been doing fine without it, but it's not going to remain the case. It's being outran often. And DJ, he's trying to zone them away from this shrine.
There's going to be another hook.
Yep. With the shock, and Wind Ranger's going to...
Oh my god, he actually killed him out of the flash heap range, so he didn't get it.
Oh no. That Aether Shock. Why are you going to do that to him? Unfortunate. Love that strength bonus. Seth rotating down bottom, looking for a rune, not to be, as it was DJ on the Shadow Shaman securing it. Back at bottom, Pudge getting going on here with the tag team. Can they get this kill? They're going to turn the fight with the Shaman. Hexes one, doesn't go for the shackles. I think DJ realizes this is not a fight they want to take it. He's in some trouble here. There's a medallion already up. Who needs boots, says Fade. I've got a medallion for my team. Both teams playing without boots. Pudge, no boots. Tusk, no boots. This is new era of Dota. As top lane, they're also going for a bit of a dive under the tower here. Flat cannon hits. Spreading out, and it's the SF rotation with the double raise that's going to finish off Dubu. Not much gold going the way of Ori, as Dire did have a bit of a gold lead.
He only got 140 for that kill?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Kill the greatest. Killing a 5 position. Very, very poor.
Denied.
Pudge has boots now, level 5.5. Once he gets to level 6, they need to make them use either a snowball or a shackle. There's the hook.
Finds the tusk. Maybe reveals the fact there's a ward there, but if you get a kill and you get some strength, you're more than happy with this one. The snowball is there. The shackle shot hits too as well. Could have maybe bought the tusk some time, but he remained in the snowball despite the shackle shot landing. Power shot finishes off the punch though, and he's going to get a double kill here if he can get some vision here. DJ's trying to juke in the trees. Should be able to see him soon, and yes, he does.
The power treads value.
Wow.
10 extra intelligence.
Not every day I feel like you've seen Tread's Wind Ranger. I don't think I've really ever seen Tread's Wind Ranger.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I'm not questioning it. It's just like you know, you just cast Dota and you just assume certain heroes get certain items. Like FaZe Wind Ranger has just always been the item.
Still gonna get the javelin.
Yeah, I mean that's the key item really. The tag team once more just getting these right clicks in, and I mean the attack speed is kind of nice too, as well as the mana efficiency.
I mean, if Tusk does not want to go for Spirit Vessel, you can buy it on Wind Ranger.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
See that being the case? Man, that bottom lane has not been friendly to Fnatic. Both Shaman and Pudge having a rough time. 5 deaths between the two, and SF rotating up top with an Invis room, but there's a sentry there. They see him coming in. Can he get out of range of this one in time? I think he might just over the hook. Pull back in. Now the TP out, but they've got to dismember. It's going to be 2 kills going Pudge's way. And by that, I mean Enchantress, who gets the last hits, but Pudge, he gets the flesh heap.
That's all he wants. Juicy flash heap. He's sitting at 4 right now.
Yep. I kind of like the idea of having like this quote-unquote carry with, like, you know, playmaking capabilities and stuns when you have an Enchantress, because Enchantress actually deals a lot of damage and isn't like a typical offlaner in the sense where you provide team fight or catch, and that's what Pudge does provide. So it's kind of a nice bit of making up for something your offlaner doesn't give in the carry role here.
If you don't have a bracer on Pudge, you're doing something wrong.
Got one, you might even get a second. Ori, he just respawned. Does he find himself in some trouble here? They don't go for the Echo Storm, or he does. He's canceling it. He's trying to bait him out, but ends up coming back. Looks like they realize this is not a fight they want to take. The snowball on in. Enchantress could be in some trouble here, but he can't get the punch. He popped the tag team and everything. Haster it is there. It does not get denied in time. He's dropping Fairy Fire. Oh, he's feeling good about himself.
This is what I talked about during the big phase.
This is TI. He's dropping items in front of him. What's going on in the cast?
Trying to use Walrus Punch with Untouchable. I mean, he's just having fun because he saw Wind Ranger trying to deny the haste rune. That's why.
Yeah. It's Ice as well. This is one of the few players that will actually do those kind of fun trolley plays in these competitive situations. Shaman hiding in the trees. Just level 4. I imagine there's some experience terms coming out. Yeah, one of those is DJ's. He needs that level 6.
Is under attack.
And all of this chaos has kind of created room for Arc Warden to just farm. Get Midas. 10, 11 minutes in. The double Midas is going to come out.
Top tower has fallen.
Pops the first one. Gets that siege creep.
Also stacks the camp for himself near the shrine.
There you go. And this Arc Warden is going to be one of the scarier late game heroes. Typically, this talked about earlier when we saw this hero. You see this hero and it goes late game, it tends to win Dota. Gaming are having a kind of aggressive early game with kills, but they haven't really pulled ahead in terms of gold.
It doesn't matter how far behind you're playing. If you have Pudge in your team, there's always a comeback mechanic. You can always count on it. One good hook, especially when you're defending the high ground, the tier 3s and tier 4s.
Enchantress, oh, blocked in. And the hook out. Stand still. Well played. Jab saving his buddy. Enchantress completes a hood too, so looking just to tank up as much as possible against all of this magic damage, which is a lot. Power shot, raises, gyrocopter. Good game, you're even going to want to BKB it later on in the game as well. And the game's kind of slowing down. We had a hectic, fun, crazy laning stage, but now we're kind of like, okay, both teams are like, now we're gonna get some items. Let's hit some creep. Let's get our Midases going.
Shadow Shaman is level 6, but they should use his Mass Serpent Wards to try to at least deal some damage on a tier 1 tower. I'm really fine with using snakes twice to get a mid tower.
Oh yeah. Okay, so even if the first one doesn't get it, just get it with the second. I think ideally, as long as you're not feeding too much gold with them and like denying them or tower risking left. Really then. He may be going for kills over there. It looks like they're gonna smoke up maybe towards this top lane, see what they can find. Whole lot in that area of the map though. Dire is playing in the same kind of area of the map, which is the enemy jungle. Smoke themselves down bottom. Javelin on Wind Ranger, and doesn't they'll find too much. Pudge is in the neighborhood though. They're gonna see him soon, but I think going under this tier 2 tower is quite what you want to be doing. And he's pinging them. Jabs knows exactly where they are. And he's just kind of... If he stays here, it's because he's baiting and hoping that they overcommit for him and his team can TP in and punish it. So see what the plan's going to be.
Wait, is everyone going for a blade mail? Because I see Enchantress with the casual chainmail.
Okay. Well, they're going for this punch into the tower, maybe. Instantly TP's out, but nope, he doesn't get a chance to do so. They blow him up under that tier 1. He thought he could get away before the homing missile, which he could have, but not before the snowball.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So Enchantress has chainmail. Is that a full blade mail, you said?
Nah, just a casual chainmail. That's what I'm thinking. There's a lot of uncontrollable damage on Vici Gaming. Yep, flag, cooldown, multicast from Ogre on Ignite, Shadowfin, but he pops the ulti. I mean, you can control that one.
Dire's middle tower
it stops him from just
attack.
throwing a Requiem like... I mean, I guess he's not going for the Jules build or anything. Oh. Lane, Stomp coming in, Enchantress. Good damage, but won't be able to find
he is actually going for Blade Mail.
Nice. Uncontrollable damage, that's when you want those Blade Mails most, and yeah. Gyro, power shots.
Radiant's middle tower.
A little bit annoying and difficult, but Gyro is rushing a BKB at least. Uh-oh, DJ. Shadow Shaman gets sniped. Fire, the whole kit and caboodle was used. Game slows down a bit, and it seems Vici Gaming are making the most of this more passive stage. They got the kill on Pudge down bottom and got the tier 2 tower. And now finding a few kills here as Pudge is going to hook a bounty rune as well.
Radiant are
Still a bounty rune up top. Radiant even scanning it to check the whereabouts.
They're TPing, gonna pick that one up.
It's the gold game now.
We still didn't see a full team fight, right? Just a pick off or two. And the Enchantress just bought a bracer, the valuable 15-minute bracer.
Man, why not? Bracers always feel good, I feel. Health and magic resistance. Perfect combo. It's one of those items, like, you know, Wraith Bands, Nulls, like, you get those in lane, like, the first 5 minutes, and then you don't buy them anymore. Braces? Timeless. Things settle down here. Same time, you know, Vici Gaming, they're going to hit this BKB time. Both SF and Gyro seem to be going for it as their next item, and that's where they're going to start to look pretty scary.
Haste.
See, Arc Warden, is this his completed? Yeah, so Maelstrom Arc Warden. Farming items online.
Seems like all the Arc Wardens are going the same item build these days. Always Hand of Midas, Maelstrom into BO2s, then upgraded to full Mjolnir.
Kind of like that.
And after that, then you start to build different items, whether you need a pike, whether you need a Shadow Blade.
Yeah, I'll go for this tier 1 mid tower with the Spark Wraith. It's kind of hard to get in close to defend this as well as the ET, and you mentioned just dropping Surfboards to take these tier 1s, and they'll get the last hit. SF tried to deny it, couldn't quite time it.
First Blade Mail completed. Enchantress needs around 600 gold to finish hers. Now, after the tier 1 tower is gone, it opens up the map for them, and they can start playing more aggressive.
Looks like they're happy just to farm some of these key items. The Blink Dagger on Shadow Shaman, he's going to be their main playmaker. And more than anything, it's like, I think they see Arbet hitting creeps as Arc Warden, they're like, wait, we've got the late game right, guys. They know what an Arc Warden can do. It kind of has that Tinker effect where you can keep every lane pushed out with your Boots of Travel and just sending your Spark Wraith around. see if Vici Gaming up the tempo. You got to imagine they will once these BKBs come online. Gyrocopter almost there, SF almost there. Both these
Also,
heroes.
Wind Range is running for a BKB. Didn't upgrade
Wow.
the Javelin.
They're gonna have triple BKB.
This is the time
All
that
at the
Vici
same
Gaming
time.
wants to play around.
Yeah. What is there to go through these BKBs? There's a, you know, Dismember. There's some options. The Hex, if you can get them before they BKB. Got the Enchantress as well. Tis. Game where Fnatic are going to smoke up and look to make some plays here. It hasn't been maybe quite the flashy Pudge showing we were hoping for. Jabs is smoked up, entering that enemy jungle here. I believe that, yeah, the BKB was delivered, so ooh, it's going to be a tough kill to get. May get vision in just a second. Ooh, can he line it up? Barely off the mark there with the win run movement speed.
Sometimes you just run straight away from Fudge, because good Fudge players will always curve the hook.
Get the Wind Ranger out of there. Now the next BKB is coming out. Triple BKB all online, and they smoke up. They want to fight. Have they got the catch for this, though? The Enchantress is getting caught out by a homing missile. Are they going to dive this deep? That's a lot of movement speed. She's going to be underneath the tier 2 tower, and yeah, I think that's just a bit too far.
Radiant are
She has 56% magic resistance right now.
Another hook out. She has the hook. She's going to pop it. She wants to run it. She runs away from the team trying to hide into the tier 2 tower, but SF pops a BKB as well.
Dire structures are
Not.
I don't think that was needed, a bit too much to kill the Enchantress. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Tempest double pressuring the tier 2 tower, and on the bottom lane, Arcor is just gonna keep farming.
That feels okay for Fnatic, that sequence of events. Just an Enchantress. I guess they're losing their tier 1 mid. Tier 2 top being having Surf Mords dropped on it. It's gonna get it down nice and low, not to deny range. Well, SS BKB was committed there. Does feel a game where Arc1 can kind of stay out on the map farming, but the rest of the team may struggle a bit. And one maybe staying out on the map too long farming and EP out. Maybe just in time.
I'm glad that Wind Ranger didn't finish full Maelstrom, instead of keeping this Javelin locked, so she can get MKB. MKB extremely good against Arc Warden's bubble. It works against the heroes, but does not work again.
Imagine that's her plan, but for now, spying. She's the one getting those Tome of Knowledge, so it seems like they really want to emphasize this Wind Ranger getting scarier and scarier. With that said, there's a blink on Shadow Shaman. Uh-oh, blink, Hex, and there is no backup inside. TP's coming to the shrine, they're going to be too late. Get that kill, 400 gold streak, and more flesh heap going Pudge's way. 13 additional strength already. Vanguard, Blade Mail.
Right now they have a lot of magical damage. Arc Warden with the Maelstrom, with his abilities. Oh, shut up.
Pudge. Shackles dismembered. They really want these kills, and they're going to get it. Arc Warden coming in to help make sure they do, as SF goes charging forward the BKB. Gyrocopter, he shows up, but he gets slept there. Didn't want to BKB the Stomp. He's not in any danger of dying, but he doesn't get the kill as a result. Fading out spells as an Earthquaker as well, and it's just going to be close to a kill. They don't want to overcommit on this one. I think they know this Gyro sells a BKB. He's a bit low on mana, he's going to be forced to BKB. Gets dismembered here, and the impetus damage still doing some good work to the Gyrocopter. Inside the bubble was the Arc Warden here, and the impetus will help finish off the Gyro. They bring him down,
Pudge is
but
still
now
alive.
playing this fight so well, the Pudge does end up
deny.
dying. Denies himself as they lose the Enchantress as well. Already getting that kill. All these BKBs being used pretty effectively. That's some burst damage.
If they lost, if they didn't lose ET and Shadow Shaman did not buy back, I would call that a win for Fnatic, because they used 3 BKBs in that fight.
Yeah. Tusk also bought back. Gold change-wise, XP change-wise, pretty much even. 400 gold is is whatever.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Arc Warden is just farming. That's a full Mjolnir on him. They want to lower the BKBs 5 seconds, and then these Mjolnirs, Spark Roid, are going to start dealing damage.
In terms of the big picture, it still feels like a win for Fnatic. It just could have been an even bigger win.
Exactly.
But yeah, all these BKBs being used and not convincing teamfight for Vici Gaming. But we'll see. They still scale well into late game themselves. Vici Gaming have 3 cores, just 3 ranged cores, and that's where Arc Warden can really thrive with that bubble.
When you're playing against Shadow Shaman with a Blink Dagger and Ether Lance, who's about to hit level... he's level 13, but once he gets to level 15, it's gonna be even harder for them. Like, do I pop a BKB? If they have a vision on us, and I might just die if I don't pop it.
So Size, that Shackle is looking for it off the range creep, I want to say, but instead, gonna get into the trees. The punch is there. They've got the damage.
They might turn this into Roche.
Yeah. I mean, you want to take Roshan as soon as possible. You've got that triple BKB advantage. You found the pickoff. They have a medallion, I believe. Yep. They've got all the tools they need to really go for Roshan. Just getting some vision up now as well, and their ward is in sentry range, so that ward will probably not last all too long, but into Roshan we go. And doesn't seem Fnatic are contesting this one right now. They're going to
staying really far away.
Yeah, they're worried they're not in Roshan and that it's like a bait of some sort. They see the Ogre now, but it is Roshan and they'll be alerted now. And Arc Warden's like, okay, they already took Roshan. Let's just send my illusion down bottom. Let's go for this tier 1 tower, do some damage. Play the Arc Warden split push game.
Gets the Mjolnir before he disappears. I mean, it's not going to do anything, but the creep wave came.
Yep. I bet we'll just continue to farm. He is top net worth, as you'd expect out of a double Midas Arc Warden. Back at top. Careful as... Whoa, DJ and Jabs. I don't know if they've been spotted here. They're in hostile enemy territory. They are going for these kills here. Are they going to be punished for this one? There's a lot of dire heroes. The BKB gets popped as well. The Earth Spirit doesn't come in time. DJ just TPing himself out. It's Abed with the Tempest double showing up to try and turn this one, but that was a bit ambitious.
Yeah, it was a tough kill to get, and also Pudge popped the Blade Mail while he was eating Wind Ranger.
Shackle over mid. That was an... Okay, I was wondering. I heard the BKB. SF pop BKB mid. Was that just
or he's not afraid to use BKB.
Maybe he was afraid of Shaman or something. I feel like if they wanted that kill top, I was expecting them to drop Serpent Wards for it. Not to say it was the right play to drop Serpent Wards, but without Serpent Wards, they weren't even close to getting that kill. It seemed like they weren't quite sure, but they did have that Observer Orb, which is now being removed. Will they look to make some kills happen? Gyrocopter, they could drop Serpent Wards for this one. There's a Blink Hex, but decides against it. Aegis online, so not worth it just for an Aegis.
Yeah, I don't think they can kill him twice. They have a Shrine to TP to. It's a really tough kill to get. Yeah. He also has a BKB, so if they use everything, a Hex, a Shackle, he's just gonna BKB after that. Ogre, 2 bracers and a Magic Wand. Brown boots, almost 2000 HP.
Ogre things. 13 armor even. Throw it in. Arrow will find an Arcane Rune. Fnatic are kind of just playing keep away. They were definitely the team that wanted to kind of fight and go for kills in lane, but since the laning stage devolved, they have not expressed much interest in fighting.
Yeah, if you look at the Vision game, they don't have a single ward on dire side right now.
It is a very dark map for them as they're going to lose this tier 1 mid tower. Arc Warden comes in, just wants to snipe this siege creep, it looks like, with the Tempest double. Make this push that little bit harder. Looks like he is kind of doing some pseudo wave cutting here, but not going to be able to get another wave. Arc Warden, I believe, yeah, they saw him with this Observer Ward, so they were trying to catch him out, but he's already gone. Are they looking to fight? I think they realized Vici are a bit split up here.
Radiant are scared.
They have the vision and they blink him with the Shadow Shaman. This is going to be a kill. More Flesh heap string. Infinite scaling Pudge. The longer this game goes, the better it looks for Fnatic.
Radiant's top
Warden now with a Hurricane Pike as well. Goes for the Hex cooldown over the cast range.
Radiant's
Not
top tower
what you usually see, but I kind of like it when you've got the blink already because, you know, you've got cast range as well as a blink initiation. It just feels like maybe even overkill at some point.
Now look at him. Kings of the high ground.
Yep, they're on Hexes. He's got another one in 3 seconds. He just wants to have all this lockdown. Against these heroes that rely on BKB, Hex is one of the best spells you can have.
Age is still up and running for 50 seconds.
For a rune of sorts there. It spawns bottom as a regen rune. Might be in the, you know, crazy Pudge game you'd maybe expect to have happen with lots of kills, but even just being involved in the 10 kills or so for Pudge. He's getting levels, he's getting farmed, and he's got almost 3,000 health. With an E-Blade queued up. Enchantress goes down mid. There's SF. Picks up the kill. Ori now level 20 with a butterfly. He's going for all in on right clicks. Gets inside the bubble. Wanted the Arc Warden here, but nice Hurricane Pike will push him away. DJ's just so good at hunting for these kills. He's waiting for the Aegis to expire. He goes in as the Aegis expires. Oh, DJ. That is just so freaking good. Unfortunately for him, the Gyrocopter did have the BKB. Oh, it's just short. He's going to Blink Dagger soon. They still want to hunt for this kill, I got to imagine. Pops the Blade Mail. He's trying to Blade Mail the Aghanim Scepter. Can he get another hook off? It's up in a couple of seconds. He's going to go for it. Instead, he's going to have to go settle for the Ogre Magi. It's not the kill he wanted.
That was a sick play, though, by DJ.
Oh, he's not going to get the kill. They actually rotate in. Vici Gaming. I mean, it didn't work out how he wanted it to, but it was a sick play.
He didn't have the wards there, right?
Yeah, it was on cooldown. I'm pretty sure. And maybe if he timed it so that he broke the regen a slightly bit sooner, like he got a bit of the Aegis regen in, but... And that was a sick attempt from DJ. This guy is definitely one of the...
He's one of the best Shadow Shaman players in the world, for sure.
Just a flashy playmaker coming out of that 4 position. Bounty Rune's coming up, and Vici Gaming go charging in. We'll find Ice. He's not having the flashiest of times. He's often been on the receiving end of these ganks. Well, the other Bounty Rune's being picked up and claimed as well. Looks like Jubu got one of them.
Mine!
Selfish.
Tough game for Fnatic. Trying to make these plays, but Vici Gaming just keep getting the better.
They still have a really good ground defense, the high ground. Arc Warden level 19, almost has enough to buy a full MKB, but right now he's just saving for a buyback. You have Hook, you have Elder Titan.
I don't think we'll be seeing Vici Gaming go for high ground anytime soon.
I mean, they're gonna try to grab a Roche, get a pick off after that, and turn it into a high ground push.
Would you like seeing the SF go for the right click build, not going for the more spellcaster build here?
Yeah, but against the Arc Warden, he definitely... They want to have heroes that can scale well into late game. He bought a Crystallis and just a casual mask for a lifesteal.
And then eventually that will become a Satanic, and there we go.
He might actually get a Bloodthorn. I think that's one of the reasons that he stopped, because they need evasion against the bubble.
And that's the thing, yeah, having the Bloodthorn is going to help out.
Evasion, yeah.
You don't really... You could get MKB, but you're going to quickly run out of items. Trees here. Tusk with a Blink Dagger, and the Wind Run in with the invisibility. Shackle Shot going to land. The hook out is there, though. Ice gets pulled back to safety, and the Surfboard Trap comes in on the Ogre Magi. Not sure this is the best play, but he's actually trapped on the high ground here. The Earth Spear doesn't land, but it doesn't matter. Got the damage nonetheless. The bubble being used there. The force up from the low ground. Ice playing this fight so incredibly well. Gets himself back to safety, but unfortunately for them, they just can't fight in the BKBs. Fnatic lose 3, the Pudge included.
Pudge just hooked the Arc Warden. Yeah, who does not Power buyback. He fully committed. Bought a MKB.
Radiant structures.
They're just gonna go high ground. They're gonna take 2 lanes of racks here, it looks like. All of a sudden.
Well, I thought Arcorn was gonna save for buyback. He had all his spells ready. Tempest Apple was on cooldown for like 6-7 seconds.
Not totally sure about this one. Looks like they're gonna go for the first lane. Will they go for a second lane of racks here? Bottom is exposed, and with 3 dead.
They know, because Arcorn would have fought back already.
Yep. Down to the bottom they go as well. Can he hit a stomp on a couple of heroes here to delay this? SF's just trying to make sure he dodges it. And it's only Windrunner getting caught out by it, as it will be a second full lane of racks, and all of a sudden this game, you know, it was kind of in this very delicate position for Fnatic, where it was just this. It was going to take one pickoff and Vici Gaming break high ground, and that is exactly what happened.
Yeah, they shouldn't have taken the fight outside the base, and Arcorn was in a really bad spot. Had Pike ready, Midas ready, Mjolnir as well. Pike even hooked him in.
It almost feels a bit anticlimactic. That's just not the way we expected to see Fnatic have their high ground broken. There was no big crazy team fight. I mean, there was a team fight, but it was just a poorly chosen one by Fnatic, who may find themselves in this position where they have to contest Roshan once again. They've only got 1 lane of racks standing now, and pretty rough for them. The SEA squad feeling like they have to contest this Roshan. They pushed themselves out on the map, but Vici Gaming aren't even going for it just yet, at least.
They took 2 sets of Raxes. I mean, range Raxes on bottom is still there, but it really does not matter.
Lanes pushed out.
Dire are
Scam wondering about where Fnatic might be, but they're saying, well, we get Roche whenever we want. Let's just take these out of towers maybe, so that we can go for mega creeps.
Radiant's top tower is under
Playing on the high ground is Fnatic with all these spark rates. Definitely annoying to try and run into. But at the same time, Vici Gaming are not in any rush. As much as this Arcorn late game can be a big problem with a 2-lane advantage, and
that's a lot of spark rates. If he hits the hook, someone's gonna instantly die unless he pops a BKB.
That's the play they're going for.
Let's see the play.
Can he land it? He's going to have to guess, or he won't have to guess with the Astral Spirit there. Doing some scouting. Stacking him. Jabs. Can he hit it? He's thinking about walking back into the pit. Coming in from behind, though. The smoke is here. They're going to catch Fnatic by surprise.
Punch gone. 700 gold. Instantly buybacks.
Yep, they want to take this fight now, but it's elsewhere where the Enchanters have a rough time. The Gyrocopter with the Rocket Barrage doing some good magic damage here. Ice just does not have the survivability for this one. Underneath the top tier 2 tower, they're being swarmed on. TP out coming in from Dubu. It's going to be the Arc Ward, the Tempest double. Getting picked apart, and Enchantress will buy back for this one. They really want to fight this one. They've caught in the mid lane. It's Tusk inside the Serpent Wards. He dodges the hook though. And Enchantress goes down elsewhere. That's a dieback from Ice. Kind of falling apart for Fnatic.
He died so quickly that the gold icon was covering the timer.
Yep. Ogre just running in. He's alone, but he's a beefy boy. He's creating space for Roshan to go down, and maybe trying to be punished here. They're going to just have to blink away. And DY is like, come on, that tickles. I can imagine, yeah, SF with Aegis after that buyback.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
You see what Fnatic's opening is going to be, playing around these spark rates and the hook. I'm going to imagine they're going to be using those like
I feel like
mines
you need to have a better plan if you want to win a game.
I mean, that wasn't their plan coming into the game. That's just more where they found themselves. You know, here, 37 minutes in, down 23k gold, 2 lanes of rack.
Adapt, overcome, adjust, huh?
Yeah, that's the adjustment. Play around. We're techies now, is what they're saying. Techies punch. At the same time, now that it's happened once and they killed off Ori.
Listen to this. You put spark rates on one place to the right side, then you actually stand on the left side with Fudge.
Okay.
Because they're going to be standing on a different side. Just stay one step ahead and land a hook on that side.
And what do the spark rates do?
It's conversion.
Okay. All right, so they're seeing the spark rates and expecting
Like,
the
you
hook
don't
from there.
necessarily need to have like 7, 10 out of those. Like, you can stand here
Yeah.
to the left,
Well,
play some with Tempest double, where they don't see it.
Yep. They'd also love to get this Arc Warden level 25 now for that extra damage, but it is well and truly a high ground defense kind of game for Fnatic as Vici Gaming with Aegis. No rush to push, it seems. They're approaching some level 25. Maybe that's just gonna tempting them to just hold out a little bit. So they're also gonna farm up some of those Tempest doubles. Is there, like, is it just defending high ground and hoping for mistakes, or is there kind of aggressive plays? Are we going to see Fnatic leave their base and try and make some moves?
I love the smoke plays. Try to make something happen instead of just sitting in base, but I don't feel they can turn that into any kind of objective.
Yeah, so maybe you catch them by surprise and kill one, but
Yeah.
it doesn't. It's not a kill that.
Especially if you
matters.
kill someone who has a buyback, so you're out of the base.
Yeah, you may get punished. And it's Aegis now. I think if you're Fnatic, if you're going to make a play, probably wait till around the Aegis expiring.
Dire are scanning.
Find ourselves in a bit of a lull. How are we looking? It's been a steady climb, gold experience. Complete map control for Vici Gaming. They've got the 2 wards on the cliff, not going for any fancy ward spots. Let's just go with the old tried and tested obvious ward spots, because if they come to de-ward them, you want them to come out to try and de-ward. That's when you kill them. You don't try to get sneaky with your wards when you're this far ahead and you're ready to fight.
200 IQ play would be, just don't leave the base. You can't get killed. See, they're still stacking the spark rates.
It seems like this is the game plan. We're going to defend high ground. They have Aegis, so you're... I mean, the thing is, though, if they're not willing to push with Aegis...
This is adjustment. Budge is going for Eat the Lens.
It's that extra range for those hooks into these traps. Like, it'll happen. It's coming. Goes for the hook now. Maybe revealing effect there's a ward nearby, though, so be careful about that. Those precious few wards they've got.
Every coin helps.
SF taking out another Tempest. All the gold coming Vici's way. They've just got the entire map. Every bounty rune, every actual rune, every jungle camp. I don't think Fnatic's farmed a neutral camp in 3 or 4 minutes.
Couple of minutes, yeah. They still have Aegis for 30 seconds. I don't think they're gonna make any kind of move right now. Okay. Arcane. Double damage on Gyro.
Here it is. Keep killing these Tempests. It may not be the most exciting way for this game to go down, but if you're Vici, you're like, we'd lose this game potentially ever so, like, you know, there's like a 1 or 2% chance you lose the game pushing high ground into this hook.
Yeah, this is
So
back in the Navi days. Budge and Chen combo, you teleport. This is how you come back in the game.
you just farm. You get 6 slotted. If they're not willing to leave the base, it's the old went ahead, get further ahead. You don't try and make some risky move that's going to maybe lose you the game. You just
Is there a second part of that saying?
And when further ahead, win the game. So you're going to... Right now they're ahead, so they're going to get further ahead. And then when they're further ahead, they're ahead, so then they want to keep getting further ahead.
Yeah. But what if you play from behind?
Don't get further behind. I don't know. Look, I haven't figured that. That's not a saying I've got ready to go. You know, we've got the Alchemist quotes, we've got the get further ahead quotes, but we haven't figured out what to do when you're behind.
Budge still standing there.
I mean, how do you play this? At some point, do you get impatient and do you leave your base if you're Fnatic? How disciplined will they be?
They might leave the base when the third Roche might spawn.
Yeah, that's an if. And hey, in good news, they're getting XP tomes, so we're
He's
gonna see...
only level 22.
He's not that close. Yeah, 22 and a half now. How big is this gold lead going to get? Because theoretically what we're seeing now is every neutral camp being found by Vici Gaming, every bounty room being picked up by them, at least the 40-minute ones, and probably 35 as well, and probably 45. How big is this gold lead going to be?
Vici Gaming is the team that we already discussed, that they're disciplined, but they also know how to close out the games. They don't have really problems with it, but just waiting for the third Roche and then just take it slow. They don't need to rush anything right now.
Yeah. I mean, Windranger just buys the Lincolns, doesn't have buyback. I mean, I think Windranger knows, like, why do I need buyback when I'm just farming? Like, what are you farming here on the map for? It's because you have zero interest in pushing high ground.
She also wants to get level 25, the cooldown reduction, with the BKB, all your abilities, and that Lincoln Sphere.
Yep. I mean, they're just farming here. They're going to go fall back and farm here. Got complete control of the enemy jungle. You try and leave, it's these two wards. There's the wards on the two cliff. These are the exits to the Fnatic base, and Fnatic isn't even willing to risk going out to deward them. It's gone from a 30k to 37k gold lead. With just farm. And some Tempest double speak. Lincolns. Stop some of that dismember action. This high ground defense, yeah, that's the problem, and that's what they're not willing to risk have happen. And it's just the, yeah, it gets the Aethelins. Had to go to the enemy secret shop to get that energy booster, but
didn't use hook for the last 5 minutes.
It's that one extra long cast range hook. He's like, oh, you left his spot. Come on, punch.
It's a really tough spot to be in right now.
He's like, he's the watchman. This is his watchtower. You don't leave your watch. Your watch does not end until your throne goes down. So how you been lately, Lacoste? Anything exciting happening in Lacoste land?
It's pretty stable, I'd say. Went for a vacation before TI, then prepared for it, and came here. Like, you need mental preparation. That's
for games like this.
And
you took that holiday.
I needed a longer holiday. I took only 7 days.
You're gonna lose that 7 days of relax is gone from this one game alone, and then the rest of TI you've used it all up. We asked, are they gonna leave? They've left the base. Is it for? It's kind of, yeah. It's for next Roshan. Potential Roche respawn in 5. Okay. They're getting down some wards. They're setting up for Roshan with some of this vision. And they're losing Tempest doubles. They're playing around this bounty rune too. Are they going to pick it up? They may bait it. They're going to leave it here and bait it, I want to say. Oh, he's got
a Lincoln Sphere. They did not know about it because they have no vision.
He's been farming jungle for so long that and then they just TP out.
He didn't check.
Back to the spot. Lacoste, he needs to go back in the box. Come on, Pudge. Pudge, where are you at? There we go, Pudge, right here. Pudge, where are you going? Oh, he's going somewhere else. They're going to bait the Tempest double, maybe. No,
they're not going to leave the base now.
Yeah, that was their one leave in, a long period of time. I like how they didn't pick up the bounty room. They actually tried to bait it. It was the right play, I would say. I mean, that one kill isn't going to turn the game anyways, but it would have been something. Holy shit, it's 50k gold lead. I feel like it was just a 34k gold lead.
It's time to end right now.
It was 34k gold lead like 3 minutes ago.
Shadowfiend also picked up the Aghanim Scepter blessing.
Oh, to see. What's the total? They're almost double their gold. No, not quite. So it has the Requiem that comes back in.
And it also heals with Satanic and Cheese.
51k. Okay, are they going? They're smoking in. Here we go. They're making something. Shaman, blink away. Yep. And okay.
All right, building.
Building suspense. Yep, they killed another building. One building at time. Forget racks. Let's kill the huts. Kill the ziggurats. I don't know if we're allowed to use that word here at TI. They just deleted it. They took out the Aegis. Oh my god, Fnatic's having some fun. Win or lose this one, I think they're enjoying themselves. Another Tempest double going down. It looks like they are trying to focus the racks. They dropped the surfboards from the trees. Shaman forced to get out of there though. And yes, they're forced to BKB. But The dismember. He can't pop the cheese. Oh, he does pop the cheese. He gets kept alive, but the impetus damage will finish him off. The punch with the blade mail doing all kinds of work. Are they? They're not really getting the racks here. Glyph gets thrown out. Fnatic's defending.
Everyone's buying back.
Yep. SF buys back. Is he going to TP back in? It looks like Gyro's just trying to get the job done here. He's got to be careful. He's got 8k gold though. He does that buyback. It's SF who has to play this one a little bit safe. And
let's go punch. They got the tier 3 tower.
Progress. And the huts.
Yeah, but they also got the buyback from Shadowfin.
Yep.
And the cheese. And
Buyback
Aegis.
Cheese, Aegis. So, Vici Gaming, wait for next Roshan. You don't go high ground now for sure. You have no buyback on SF. Strategically, that would be how you lose this game if you try push now.
I need the 3 digits.
Look, this game is
network lead.
This game is obviously not very action-packed, but I find this kind of game hilariously entertaining because of
double damage
silly
Ranger.
Yeah. He's had enough. Dubu. Ooh, that power shot. He's been pulled in the fountain. What is this? This is like the opposite of Dota in the best way possible.
TI2 era.
This feels like
Alliance against Na'Vi.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm very entertained right now. I kind of just want to sit back and watch this game and like, you know, not I gotta cast obviously, but holy cow, this is something. We're gonna go crazy. So 46. It's no longer the 50k gold lead it once was. There is a world where Fnatic win this game is the crazy thing, and that's what Vici Gaming know and are playing so defensively and cautiously because of. They will presumably be waiting for another Roshan.
Do we have any 25s approaching? Arc Warden still not there.
No. This is where Ogre wishes he bought a Midas or something. What's he got coming out? The Arc Warden, yeah, that's the big one. 50 minutes approaching. That means another tome. He's actually going to be very close. He's about to hit 24. Use your Midas, yep. Tome will get him just about there.
He still has a lot of items to buy. Sell the Midas, get one more item, then Aghanim Scepter, Moon Shard. He can play this game.
It's the same play. They're smoking up for the bounty rune once more. Here comes Wind Ranger.
Oh, not Wind Ranger again.
They know the Linkens is there. Yeah, they get him. They drop the Serpent Wards. And they give him the all chat. They haven't got much to all chat about this game, but that's one play. Get the bounty runes at least. Come on, guys. No! That's gold!
Never too afraid.
Come on! Oh, that's this game in a nutshell. They killed the Tusk in the fountain, man. That was also freaking hilarious.
Arc Warden didn't buy Tome yet.
Maybe forgot it? No, he got it. He just used it. It's in his backpack. He's got casual 8.4k. See some of these current golds. 0.4k. He's got the highest. They actually left their base and got a D-ward off. I think they saw Hero's bottom because of that ward. Which gold was that kill?
Like, Gyro doesn't deal damage. He doesn't actually deal that much damage. He has Aghanim Scepter, Blessing.
I guess he's just looking to pop Refresher, have double BKB to get racks, maybe. They're going to have Glyph, though. Glyph's come back up now. Well. Next Roshan. Still 2.5 minutes away, by the way. It's actually not that close. And Fnatic have actually started to get more aggressive on this map. Arc Warden really wants his 25.
Can you check Dota Plus?
It's not working. It's the all zero, if that's what you're looking for. The same problem that's causing the player names not to work, unfortunately.
Well, maybe it's working. It's just saying Vici Gaming is going to win 100%.
It said we had 100% too, and we saw how that one ended. It's waiting. It's around the Roshan pit. Dire Vision. They do not see this.
It's a, you know.
Ace Root. Okay, no punches here now, at least. He's got the axe. With the axe, he's got this low cooldown hook. He can just keep on throwing them. This is actually so obnoxious to play into. It's so scary.
Yeah, once they have Glyph up again, they can defend.
There's smoke. SF dies. He's no buyback. That is the big thing to take note of here, is this buyback status. And
Arc should spend gold. He has 10,000.
he's got Nullifier queued up. See if he can make it to that one. But SF is public enemy #1. He's the guy you want to jump. He's the guy you want to kill. Into the high ground we go. What can they find? Converted Ancients. Enchantress is actually using the Ancients. And it looks like Gyro is on the high ground with the double damage. They use the Glyph and the bubble. Not quite the coordination. So hoping for they get him with the hook. He pops the BKB right away. He's got refresh now as well. The stomp on the backlines. They get another hook off. It's on the Enchantress. Where are the bombs? Where are the Spark Rays? They just don't have them right now, and they're going to get Mega Creeps here. There's the hook. Pulling it back in. They're going to defend Megas, though. Another hook, an Ogre. Reel them in, boys. One by one, they're being hooked up. Another Shackles in the land. And he hit another hook, doesn't look like there's an opening for
Has a blink, he's gonna chase. Wow, that's Spark Ray damage. They lost the gem, but Ori's gonna pick it up.
Honestly, I think Fnatic is having more fun than Vici Gaming right now. I think this is one of those games where Fnatic's sitting there like, guys, we're probably gonna lose, but we have a tiny chance to win. Let's just have fun and see what happens. Like, this is gonna be the funniest game for them to be playing right now.
I mean, you have Arc Warden in the team, you can defend the Mega Creeps a little bit.
What's he gonna buy? Is he getting the Axe?
Axe, I think. Yeah.
Visibility.
3 runes.
Give Arcane Rune to Pudge.
Here we go. Gets that Scepter. And it's the same play. I feel like you're going to be expecting this by now. This is 2 bounty runes in a row they smoked for. This one they're a little bit early on. It's their only vision. I love how this is the vision they have on the map. This is like...
They're gonna go for that play again.
Yeah. Like, you expect wards... I mean, this is a useful ward. You expect wards around Roshan. Like, here, a ward here, a ward here. But no, they have wards on the opposite side of the map just to go for kills at bounty runes. Fnatic is loving this game. This is the trolliest zone I've seen. And it could
someone's
work.
steeping.
Oh my god. Oh, he pops the BKB instantly with the Lincolns. They were ready. And they're going to get the hell out of there. Well, they only lose 1. That T-death does not mean a whole lot. Actually, they don't get the kill.
All right, they need to adapt again. At first, they were using hook into Spark Rates. Now they're playing around the runes, but it's not working anymore.
It's too predictable.
So what's plan number C? Oh, I mean, plan 3 or plan C?
Give me some time here.
Yeah.
Damage being amplified by hooking people away from the impetuses, so they can do more damage. So you pull them even further. It's all
Ogre with the Ag.
Okay. 60k gold lead. Fnatic don't care. They'll give you more gold lead. I think you gotta stick to the bombs. The Spark Rays. That's the comeback.
Catapults are coming in. Vici Gaming wants to go in right now.
Oh, this Enchantress. This is plan C. Build your own army of Mega Creeps. You give them Mega Creeps, so you get Mega Creeps yourself. 8-second cooldown on Enchant.
How many of those can you have?
Refresh.
Cooldown.
How long do they last?
You take a Mega Creep and you use Solar Crest on it.
Those Mega Creeps will do some decent damage. Here comes Wind Ranger. Shackle. In lane, they just go for the tier 4s. Hook on in. Gyro gets pulled a bit closer. That's the BKB. Instantly refreshes. Surfboards are there with the hook. Pulls him in deeper. He's got Neon Disc. Underneath the throne here. They're going to lose the Tusk here. Somehow Fnatic holding, but they lost both. Well, one of their tier 4s. Going for the second is the Wind Rangers, while CSF. Jesus pop. Will they get the throne here? The Gyrocopter getting very low. Pops the same tank. They got the damage for this one. Pudge fires back. Gyrocopter still holding his own. And the throne being focused BO2. And it looks like Vici Gaming, they're not even going for the throne. They're saying we can have the fun too. Or he dies the like lane mail, I want to say. Has the Aegis, and the throne is finally gonna bubble. The bubble, keeping it alive. SM Requiem goes out, comes back in, and I think 6k gold later.
Yeah, this problem, I mean, not problem, this is definitely the weirdest game of day number 1, even though we didn't see too many because we were casting. But we gotta give credit for adapting
creativity points. Yeah, it was very creative. I had fun. See more games like that necessarily, but it was fun. Fnatic, it was fun. Thank you for that treat.
They ended up with more than 50,000 worth lead in the end. Like
65.
65.
65k. That might be the biggest ever. I don't know. I'm sure that some to break down with this game. Can we be real? What do you say about a game
carry
like that?
Pudge to start with. We might see more of that, not necessarily carry, but offlane
core
Pudge, core Pudge. I think hero is extremely good. I'm not trolling right now. The recent buffs with, when I say recent, Flash Heap and the hook also mana cost decreased. This hero can be key.
Yeah, but it got to a point where they were so far behind and they didn't really have a way back. They were actually in a place where their game was okay until they lost the 2 lanes of racks, and then basically they decided we're going to stay on high ground, which meant Vici Gaming was like, well, we're not going to push high ground because it's suicide. And the game was like, I mean, stalemate's the wrong word because Vici Gaming got this mess.
This is one of those games where Enchantress looks like a really bad hero.
Yeah.
But she's going to be highly contested.
She's such a lane dominator, in theory. Had all the magic damage. Fun series of games. Vici Gaming get the 2-0. They're now 4-0, top of their group. Fnatic, they had the 2-0 against EG earlier. This is, you know, the toughest team went in today. Talking to them, they were just like, yeah, today and the last day are going to be their toughest days. Opponents today, getting a win over EG. They lose to Vici. You're aiming just to start win a bracket. So if you squeak into like 4th place, you're happy. So I don't think they have to be too upset about today.
Yeah, they
got to have some fun.
Yeah, exactly. And you can feel that they were having fun.
They are sitting in that room, cracking up, laughing during that game. There is, if you're going to losing like that instead of really emotional, like against Secret when they show one, they process are demoralizing. That loss, you bond as a team.
They were never ahead in this game. Like the graph looked like.
Yeah, that's a bonding. It's going to go do whatever we do, find ourselves a bonding experience, and more Dota 2 coming your way all over the Dota 2 TI channels. We'll see you
tomorrow.